How are you, my people? It's the match reaction show. Real Madrid 3, Barcelona 0. El Clasico is one of the biggest games that will ever obviously go ahead and obviously face in there for you, and see to it that you really get to enjoy it to the fullest. And today, it went ahead to happen in a very, very good way. If at all you a purist of the game of football, like you're so much interested in what we call an end-to-end game, I tell you, you will be very much in happiness, because I love the game. It was end-to-end. None of the sides respected the other. It was like nothing was gonna really stop them from obviously going on to obviously do the needful. And I tell you what, it really went ahead to go on in a very good way. And obviously, Madrid won by a banana skin. It was by a whisker. They found themselves in a position of obviously winning and scoring in the late games. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. This is Aradi. You can call me Rokan David onto this channel, and we're here to bring you the latest news and information as far as this game of La Liga went ahead to happen. And that as we epitomize this video, I'll bring you exactly what went down in the entire fixtures of the La Liga this week and what it means for the teams that are expected to go ahead and really play into what we call the Champions League. So in the 18th, it was in the 6th minute, Andreas Christensen went ahead to capitalize onto the header that came in through from a cross that came in through from the man himself, Rafinha, and Rafinha got himself an assist. Then in 15th minute, I think it was an equalizer coming in through from Vinicius Jr. went ahead to score a penalty, and I tell you that penalty had the name Joao Cancelo written all over it. And if at all there is anything that you are supposed to blame Barcelona, is its players being injured, because Joao Cancelo has been exposed a lot onto the right by Vasquez. You know, he was exposed to the fullest, and it really resulted into him going into giving Barcelona to concede. When he was really went past by, big mistake resulted into him really getting up there. So it was really very, very annoying according to me. And if at all you saw this foul, you know, let me show you how they went past Joao Cancelo, because you cannot defend like this. I tell you, no elite person can obviously defend like this. Let me show you. You know, sometimes you believe that Rokani might be one of those that is really having a personal vendetta over a certain player, but look at how this guy defended for real. Can you defend like this? Joao Cancelo is in control of the ball. Now, what do? You know, hit this ball to go outside. What he did, he wanted to obviously show dominancy and really do a trickery and really keep this ball with him, and then I think make a turn and pass that ball. Yet the best thing to do was kick this ball into the corner, such that you defend the corner, and guess what happened? He found himself went past by Vasquez, because Vasquez went ahead to obviously go past him, and guess what happened? Vasquez went ahead to obviously face the youngster. Is he 16, 17 years of age, this Kubasi, and guess what happened? He went ahead to foul him because this guy had gone past him, and I don't blame this young lad. You know, he has gone ahead to make he went ahead to make his debut after all the Barcelona players were really injured. And do you blame a player like him for not obviously coming in through to represent up to live up to the occasion? For me, I don't, because he's young, very young, and you think he deserves to be blamed. I cannot even blame him for what he went ahead to do, because he really felt like Vasquez had gone past him. But as an experienced defender, if at all he was experienced, there was no need to obviously, you know, go in all for Vasquez. And to show you that Vasquez was really tricky, after seeing that he went ahead to obviously lose the ball, he put this right leg onto Kubasi's left leg or right leg, and it looked like he went ahead to foul him, but he had already gone ahead to lose the ball, and it was a penalty that was really orchestrated through that action. After that penalty, it was given, and when it was given, you know what happened? After it being given, you know what happened? It was Vinicius Jr. going ahead to obviously put that ball into the back of the net. But to show you how ugly this guy was, I'm talking about um, Joao Cancelo. He was responsible for even the second goal they obviously do, because for Barcelona, they worked their ass out. And what happened? They went ahead to see Fermin Lopez in the 69th minute score another goal, right? Yamal in the mood, obviously bringing in a cross, and that cross saw, I think, Rafinha get a little bit of a touch on it, and the goalkeeper couldn't obviously read the flight of the goal very well. It deflected off him, and it found Fermin Lopez, who came in through, I think, in the position of Frenkie de Jong, and it went into the back of the net. So Barcelona went ahead to take a lead again in the 69th minute, and they were like, all right, we can really be in control of the game. But guess what? It was really very, very annoying that 4 minutes later, Vasquez goes ahead to really equalize again, obviously doing the needful, and obviously bringing this guy to pay tax. That is the guy called he was a guy called Cancelo again. A cross was put in. When that cross was put in, guess what happened? This guy couldn't obviously put it out, and it was put in by Vinicius Jr. from the left onto the farthest right. And guess what? Vasquez Jr. came in through and leveled that game. Obviously, he went ahead to make another mistake, and that is who Cancelo, out of position again, and I don't know what was really running in his head. Look, a cross was put in through, and Vasquez ran and hit this ball before Cancelo could read the run. And he saw to it that when Vinicius Jr. was really running onto the left, Cancelo was having a very clear view of where Vasquez was, but he lost position on Vasquez, and guess what happened? He went ahead to obviously lose out, and that is how stupid he went ahead to obviously cost his team. And I tell you, Barcelona will have to see to it that they really keep the concern onto Joao Cancelo. And as if it was not enough, even for the third goal that Bellingham scores in the dying minutes, Joao Cancelo just allows into that cross to come in through. So it has all the hallmarks of Joao Cancelo for Barcelona losing. That is it. Barcelona lost because of Joao Cancelo, because another cross he allowed into coming through, and obviously never stopped it as a player who plays onto that position. And it was really very, very bad for a player of Joao Cancelo, because when he was playing for the side of Man City, he never really considered such fouls. You can as well remember, because Man City used to play him as a left back, sometimes as a right back, but he was not really, really very much exposed to that level, because he has a very good game plan, but defensive is not all that the best, but he's not all that a player that you obviously look at and really understand that, all right, our team is going to concede because that guy is there. Like you see Zinchenko, it's very hard to obviously trust Zinchenko when it comes to your team when defensive play calls into action. That is it. So Joao Cancelo has been really very bad, because in the game of PSG, you saw out of the 4 goals that they went ahead to concede, I think 2 of those were because of Joao Cancelo, especially the penalty that went ahead to give that side a lead to make it to 1, because at 1-1 Barcelona could obviously hold on, but he went ahead to offer a very stupid penalty for me. So there is no reason as to why I should come out and really not blame him, because Barcelona had a very perfect game plan for this game of football. And it is really very worrying for Carlo Ancelotti that for a team of Barcelona that lined up like this and had players injured, came in through and obviously put in a shift at the Santiago Bernabeu. I know it's always a very hard game, right? But it depends the quality that they have. If Barcelona could annihilate the side of Real Madrid with the quality they had in the days of Lionel Messi, how come a side like this of Real Madrid can't come out and really pick up a result. Look, they had Ter Stegen, Jules Koundé, Araujo, Kubasi, and Joao Cancelo. Now, let me tell you, Joao Cancelo is supposed to be playing as a right back. Then Araujo is supposed to be playing with Jules Koundé in the central defense. Then Alejandro Balde is supposed to be playing here. Here, they're supposed to be having Frankie de Jong, Ika Gundogan, and Pedri, of which they never had Pedri and Gavi. They are out, injured. Then Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski. So, when you look at Barcelona, their team is lacking Pedri, Gavi, Alejandro Balde. Frank de Jong went ahead to get an injury, but it took them all this match to obviously come up and really put in the shift. But all in all, I think Real Madrid deserved this because they are really the most clinical side. But Barcelona gave them a game, and I really went ahead to really love what my eyes were watching in the due course of that game because it was really very giving. For Real Madrid, they had Lunin. Vasquez came in through and played as the right back because Carvajal found himself injured in the game of Man City and couldn't continue to play into this game. And Vasquez did the needful. And the good thing with Vasquez, he's a very good player. He's really a versatile player. He can play in the right back, central midfield, and any forward positions that you play him there. So that is Vasquez for you. He had an assist for the first goal. He scored the second goal and put in a cross that resulted into the third goal. So who do you think did better than him? Camavinga was played as the left back, Tchouaméni and Rudiger in the central defense, then Kroos at the base of the diamond, Valverde on the extreme right of the diamond, Modric on the left, on the wide left of the diamond, and Jude Bellingham at the tip of the diamond. Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. led the line, and Vinicius Jr. also found himself with an assist and a goal. But the most exciting side for Real Madrid is how they've gone ahead to react onto this beautiful game of football because they really went ahead to play 120 minutes in Manchester. I think it was on Wednesday, right? After playing 120 minutes in Manchester, that was really very draining, and you couldn't obviously come out and not really feel like they've gone ahead to get tired. And for Barcelona, they were at home amidst them being a man down. They went ahead to play how many minutes? Barcelona went ahead to play 90 minutes, and they rested. And this was a big game for them, and I'm going to show you what it really meant for them as a side. So here we come to obviously bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is concerned, and it's really very, 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 very good for you guys. So when you look at Barcelona, they are really that side that you'll always come and really look at and really understand that they are a side that is really having very many injuries. But for Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham coming in through and scoring the winner was really for me the highlight of the moment. Remember, I came here and told you that the side of Real Madrid is worried because this guy had gone ahead to see himself tied onto 20 goals a season, and he had taken very many matches without scoring a goal, and they were like, something needs to be rectified. And what needed to be rectified was to find him a goal. And in the game they played over the weekend, before they played Man City, they wanted to see him get in the mood, but he didn't. But in the game of Man City, you remember the goal of Vinicius Jr. went ahead to score? Obviously, it had all his name written onto it because it was really very, very, very good. And I tell you what, he really had a very good ball control and played in, was it Luka Modric? And then that resulted into the goal of the guy. So for me, Jude Bellingham is really having a very good debut season at Real Madrid. He's their top scorer this season and is scoring for fun. I tell you, he's really putting in numbers than no other. And remember, he's being played as a midfield. He's being played in the midfield. And Real Madrid hasn't gone ahead to get in the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Endrick, that can obviously act better in that front line to obviously create him more space to really do the needful, because the team of Real Madrid is going to be really scary next season. I tell you, it's really going to be very, very, very scary next season. Why is it going to be scary? Why is it going to be scary? Because a lot has to come their way. A lot has to come their way. You know, if they add in Endrick and they add in Kylian Mbappe and they add in Alphonso Davies, it's really going to be a very hard side to beat, because when you look at their side, they'll be having what's the name of the guy? They'll be having Thibaut Courtois in goal. Right back, they want to bring in Trent Alexander-Arnold, all Rich James, all Pedro Porro. Let's see to it that Pedro Porro crosses the side. If it's Pedro Porro on the right, Alphonso Davies on the left, Alaba and Rudiger into their central defense, then Chiomini and Camavinga in the double pivot, right? Then Jude Bellingham ahead of them, having Vinicius Jr. on the left, Mbappe on the right, and Henrik leading the line. That side is really going to be very, very deadly. No one would like to face a side like that if you are really okay with what you know about the game of football, because Madrid will be very scaring next season. So for Barcelona, they need to up their game and really take it where it deserves to be, because I tell you, they need to do a lot to match the levels of Real Madrid, because Real Madrid is like 2-3 players away from obviously being that force that you can reckon with in any tournament. Now, Real Madrid had 14 shots, Barcelona had 15, 8 shots on target by Real Madrid, 6 shots on target by Barcelona, 46% ball possession by Real Madrid, 54% ball possession by Barcelona, 476 passes completed by Real Madrid, and 528 passes completed by Barcelona. 87% passing accuracy by Real Madrid, 90% passing accuracy by Barcelona. 11 fouls by Real Madrid and 12 fouls by Barcelona. 3 yellow cards to Real Madrid, 2 yellow cards to Barcelona, 0 yellow cards to both sides, 1 offside to Real Madrid, and two offsides to Barcelona, and they had 2 corners for Real Madrid and 8 corners for Barcelona. And Barcelona really looked deadly when it came to those set pieces, and no one could obviously come close to them. Now, let's go to the La Liga table and see how things are really panning out. Now, the table is as follows. Real Madrid have gone ahead to play 32 games. They've won 25. Right? They've drawn 6 and lost 1. 70 goals, 22 goals conceded. They're having a goal difference of 48 and they're having 81 points. Barcelona, 32 games, 21 games won, 7 drawn and 4 lost, 64 goals scored. Then they've gone ahead to concede 37. After 37, they are left with a goal difference of just 27 as a side of Barcelona, right? Then after that, you go to Girona, 32 games played, they're having 68 points, and Atletico Madrid 32 points and having 61 points. And we look at Atletico Madrid, what saved the job of the manager of Real Madrid last season was that they went ahead and really qualified for the Champions League. And the president of Atletico Madrid confirmed to us that if they ever qualify for the Champions League, then the job of the guy is safe. And what guy is he talking about? He's talking about the manager. What is his name? I've forgotten his name, but the manager is safe. But look, Atletico Madrid, Atletico Club, Atletico Bilbao, 58 points. Real Sociedad is having 51, so it's very hard for them to obviously get here. But looks like Atletico Bilbao is pushing to obviously get into the vicinity of Atletico Madrid. So we wait and see how that pans out. But that's how the table is. Real Madrid is now 11 points clear. And with how many games left? 6 games left. Those are how many points? 18. And all they need is how many points? I think they just need to win their next 2 games. I think they need their next 2 games. They need to win their next 2 games. Next 2 games and 3 games out of the 6. They need 3 wins. And I know they're going to get those 3 wins because they're not having all that a tough fixture to really play. When you look at the fixture of Real Madrid, it's really very encouraging that on Friday 26th, they are hosting Real Sociedad is hosting Real Madrid. Then they're having Cadiz they're having Granada, they're having Alaves, they're having Villarreal, they're having Rio Betis. Sorry, they're having Villarreal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are the 6 games they're left with, and I think they're really having an easy fixture as compared to that of Barcelona. When you look at Barcelona and their remaining fixtures, because Madrid can't drop 11 points, and you cannot really bet onto Barcelona to win every game. Barcelona have to play Valencia, hard game. That is on Monday next week. And then they have to play Girona, not an easy one because they're playing about Girona. They have to play Real Sociedad, it's also not an easy one. Almeria, I think they can win that. Rayo Vallecano, they can win that. Those are the games they're really left with. So I just can't wait to see how they obviously sum up their season. They also have Sevilla on the 26th of May. That's when they are closing in their season. So it's really gonna be a heated up argument in there for you, but we wait to see who really comes to pass. This is Mark O'Weiren. You can see the players are in their end of the season fatigue. Yeah, they are fatigued, but I tell you what, Cancelo is the reason as to why they went ahead to lose this game of football. He really gifted out very many chances to this side. Let me enter your poll and see who you've gonna hit to vote for your man of the match. You've gonna hit to say 66% Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. 33%, and Vasquez is 0%. Yet for me, Vasquez was the man of the match. For me, Vasquez was my man of the match, and I tell you what, he deserves to take everything home, and he deserves to be given his flowers because he went ahead, obviously put in a very, very, very huge boost. Let me show you game by numbers. Stedman Dave, where are you? Stedman Dave, where are you? Where are you? Jude Bellingham. And he has only gone ahead to bring us the game by numbers of Jude Bellingham, but Vasquez has been really a revelation and a breath of fresh air. Let me try to draw it up here and see this guy's game by numbers. 100% dribbles completed, 100% shot accuracy, 96% accuracy, 8 out of 10 duels won, 4 out of 5 tackles won, 1 winning goal. One of the best players in the world right now. So that is Jude Bellingham for you, but my man of the match is Lucas Vasquez. That is it. I give it to him with no doubt. He's really good, and I really respect what he's going to offer tonight. So guys, your thoughts on to who your man of the match was, and Madrid are going to really win their 35th record, 36th record La Liga title. Last season, I think it's Barcelona that went ahead to lift it. This time around, it's really going to be Real Madrid. Barcelona have gonna hit lose very many games, and you cannot really give yourself a chance to be into that region of obviously winning a trophy if at all. You don't really kill off your chances, and that is really the most calling bit of it. If you don't kill off your chances, there is no chance for you to get part into this beautiful game of football. So guys, I sign out for now. See you later, and may the living to God bless you abundantly.